papers back.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry.
Oh, scared me.
Just me? You all right?
I guess I dozed off or something. What are you doing home?
Well, I had to pick up some papers. I'm glad I had to come home, Tina. I said, you're burning up.
I know. I'm just gonna go to bed and take some aspirin.
No, you're not. Look, I've had it with these home remedies, all right? We're gonna get some professional help here. I'm gonna call Larry Wolek. I'm gonna make an appointment for you right now.
Cord. Don't. Max, I can't stand this.
What?
The scandal about Father Vallone. I mean, the church is letting him walk away and resign. He's always fighting for everybody, and no one's fighting for him now.
Well, what do you want them to do?
I don't know. Personally, I think he's lying.
Well, you're not the only one.
You should have seen him last night. He was drinking in here, and then we had to carry him home.
Well, he did confess to taking 25 grand from Outlook House, didn't he?
He's so bitter, and he's so tormented. It's like he's doing it against his will.
Well, you seem to have turned into quite a psychologist, Andy.
Well, she's got a point. And you know it.
Tony, we've been worrying about you.
Well, you know, there's nothing wrong with me that a Bloody Mary won't fix.
Poor man.
Yeah. Is that all you have to say? You know, I'm gonna have a long, nice chat with that poor man. One sinner to another.
Nice muscles.
Megan, you can't fool me.
I beg your pardon?
I'm on to you and your scam with Jake.
I really have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, right.
I'm trying to finish this set, so if you wouldn't mind.
Megan, you're not here to work out. I come to this club every day. I've never seen you here before.
I don't always have time to come to a club to work out.
Oh,
so
but,
what?
But you just made the time because you found out this is the facility that Jake works at.
Oh, what makes you think that I have any interest left in Jake Harrison? Why would I care about any man who's going to leave me for some sort of gangster's daughter? Speaking of gangsters, when's your father going to let go of my sister?
Look, when are you going to stop this? My father had nothing to do with Sarah's disappearance.
Yeah, well, you know, I really don't believe you. I think that you and your dad and your brother and your new lover should all go to prison.
It's rather bitter for a woman who says she doesn't care anymore.
Charlotte, what do you want from me? I was minding my own business. You're the one that came over here to start something.
I want to get something straight. Jake is not up for grabs, okay? I care about him. He cares about me. Now, I understand you were in love with him at one time, and you obviously still are.
Look, we really don't need to discuss this.
Megan, Jake is the first man in my life that I've ever been able to trust, the first one who's ever stood up to my father. Now, he and I have a future together. And I'm telling you right now, I will do anything and everything to protect that future.
Are you threatening me? Do you think I'm just going to disappear like my sister?
No, I'm not threatening you. I just want to make it clear that you know Jake is now mine.
What the hell's going on here?
Jake.
Look at Charlotte. I am not yours or anybody else's. I am my own man. You got that?
Tina, I'm sorry. I'm through listening to you.
Cord, it's crazy to go see another doctor. We already know I have the flu.
Tina, but your symptoms aren't getting any better. In fact, they're getting worse.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
They're the same.
Tina, you've already talked to this other doctor, right? He didn't give you any kind of medication. We talked to Larry Wolek. I'm sure he's going to give you something that's going to knock it out in 2 days.
Cord, I can't take another examination. I'm not up to it.
Of course you're not up to it, Tina. You're sick, remember?
Look, okay, look. I'll make the appointment. You just go to work or do whatever it is you have to do. I'll make it
Forget about
later.
it, Tina. You are my top priority, all right? I'm going to go with you to see Larry.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Cord, I'm a big girl. You don't have to treat me like I'm a baby.
You know, there was a time when you would have been flattered I was going to give him my whole day to spend time with you. Now, come on, stop protesting.
Court, there's no way that Larry's even going to be there. He's not going to be able to let us in today.
Well,
I
I'm
just
going to
know
make sure
that
that
he
he
doesn't
does
have time.
see us,
No.
Tina. Yeah, hey, Barbara, how you doing? Cord Roberts here. Actually, things aren't going too well. Tina has been sick for a couple of days. Yeah, we've tried the home remedies. They're just not cutting it. No kidding. Hey, as soon as possible. Perfect. Great, we're on our way.
We're on our way.
Yes, Tina, we are.
What do you...
Why are you acting like this, Tina?
Cord,
It's like we're going to a firing squad instead of just a hospital. Come on.
Max, please don't go and upset Tony any more than he already is.
Who said I was going to upset him?
Perhaps not intentionally, but it's obvious he doesn't want to talk to us, otherwise he would have come over and joined us at the table.
But that's what I want to ask him. I want to ask him why he doesn't treat us like friends anymore. I want to show him our support.
He obviously wants to be left alone.
Father Malone.
Oh, Captain Garrettson, how are you?
Confused, mostly. Andy,
Hi, can I get you something to drink?
that Bloody Mary looks good. You can hold the vodka in mine, though, and we'll be down at this end.
Sure.
Well, looks like Rafe's going to arrest Tony.
Maybe. Or maybe he just wants to talk to him.
Well, I can't bear this. I think I'm going to leave.
And leave your best friend when he needs you the most? A friend you so dearly loved that you were willing to take 25 grand for him?
I said everything I'm going to say at the press conference.
Tony, I'm here as a friend as much as anything. Herb Callison went nuts about this. He smells something rotten, and so do I.
What are you talking about, all right? This kind of thing happens every day. A good guy goes bad. So what? End of story.
So what'd you do with the money?
I'd rather not say.
Can you get your hands on it? Listen, Herb and I have decided that we can drop this whole thing if you'll just return the funds. Outlook House has no desire to press criminal charges.
Criminal charges. Last time a cop told me that I was 14 years old, I just beat up a guy that was about 18 years old. Told me, kid, we got to get you a trainer and get you off the streets before you end up killing somebody. Criminal charges.
And so Tony Valiant, middleweight contender, was born.
Anyway. I don't know where the money is, so what's the difference?
I'm sure you can get it from some private citizen. Asa Buchanan
Hey,
is
look,
my uncle.
Rafe, do me a favor. You want to arrest me, you arrest me.
What's the hurry, Tony?
I have nothing to say. I have no explanations. I have no plea bargains.
I suggest you call your lawyer and tell him to meet you at the station house.
You know what? I don't have a lawyer. It's the funny thing, I never needed a lawyer. So come on, Rafe. Do your thing.
Anthony Vallone, I have a warrant for your arrest.
No, don't.
Stay out of this.
No,
Andy.
he
You have
was
the
just
right to
borrowing the
remain
money. It's not grand larceny.
Andy, I stole the money. So,
Rafe, don't arrest him. There's been a terrible mistake.
You have some information, Gabrielle?
No. What I mean is that Tony's not a criminal. Please don't arrest him.
I prefer not to, but he's left me no choice.
Oh, come on, Rafe. I mean, what if he gave all the money back?
He says he can't or won't.
Come on, what's with you? Why don't you fight for yourself?
obviously, I'm not worth fighting for.
Can you hear this? I mean, he needs a shrink. He doesn't need a judge.
Look, I'm guilty. Case closed.
Oh, Tony, what? Do you have a lawyer? I can't believe this. You know, I never believed in the devil or hell, but you know, I think that he has the devil inside him.
Hey, kiddo. You know, the devil comes in many shapes and sizes.
Max, we have to help him. We have to help Tony.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I don't know. You know Asa pretty well. Can't he assign one of his lawyers to Tony's case? Help him out?
I don't know, maybe.
Well, go and call him right now. Call Asa now. He can't even pay for his bail. I mean, he shouldn't spend the night in jail.
Well, let alone jail. He has to be protected from himself at the moment.
Okay. Let's get out of here. Well, come with me. We'll see Asa.
Well, why do I have to go?
Why not?
Larry, looks like we lucked out. You haven't had meeting canceled yet.
Yeah, well, luckier for me than for you. Tina, why don't you go into that room and change into one of our lovely designer hospital gowns?
Oh, boy. So, I guess you know that we're back together.
Well, I sensed that, but I wasn't positive.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we're gonna be getting married again once Vicky's feeling better.
Cord, that's terrific.
Oh, yeah, it is. Listen, it's funny, I feel like she's still my wife, you know, even though we haven't gone through the formality of getting remarried. I'm really concerned about her. She's sick. She's not been feeling well. I finally convinced her to go see a doctor last week, but she still hasn't gotten any better. She's concerned about becoming another problem around the house. But I'm telling you, she's sick.
Okay, I got the message. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
Thanks. Hey, here we go. Now listen, you do what the doctor tells you, okay?
Okay.
I'll be waiting right outside.
Great. Okay, Larry, you don't really have to waste any time on me. I mean, I'm fine. I have the flu, that's all. CJ was sick, and I got it from him, and I'm going to be fine in a day or two.
Yeah, well, wait a minute. Tina, the flu can be complicated. I think you deserve a complete checkup.
Now, what's going on? You're both arguing over me like I'm some kind of shirt on sale, ladies.
Oh, what an ego.
I'm sorry.
Well, Charlotte here thinks that you're worth something. I frankly don't fight over anything that's bargain basement merchandise.
Oh, then why am I being publicly discussed here, Megan?
I was standing over there minding my own business when this little tootsie comes along and accuses me of chasing after you. Do me a favor, okay, Jake?
What's that?
Why don't you keep this gangster daughter away from me? Just keep her on a tighter leash.
I'm sorry. I guess I embarrassed you.
Or maybe yourself, Charlotte. I mean, what did you think you were doing?
I came here, and I saw Megan. She was just watching you go into the locker room. I don't care what she says. She's still in love with you, Jake.
So what? Who cares? I don't.
Well, I do. I guess I'm insecure enough to worry that she might get you back.
Charlotte, I don't want to go back to her. You got that? But if you want to drive me back to her or to somebody else, then you keep up this kind of behavior. That could do it.
No, look, all I can do is apologize again. I'm sorry, okay? But I would be totally devastated if I thought that I'd lost you altogether.
I thought we got this straight yesterday. You and I are history. You understand? I can't work both sides of the street here on this. That's not the way it can be. I'm sorry.
You know, I just had a horrible thought.
What was that?
That maybe you're just interested in me to help you find Sarah.
Now, if that was true, Charlotte, I wouldn't be pushing you away now, would I?
I don't know. My father says...
I know what your father says. He says that he had nothing to do with the kidnapping, but the fact remains, there have been no ransom demands made, Charlotte. So the only people that have anything to gain by Sarah's disappearance are the Hessers. If you can come up with some kind of evidence that shows me that the old man wasn't involved, then I'll believe you. What?
I told you. I'll get you the evidence. In fact, I'm having lunch with my father today.
Really? Well, I'll tell you what. You play your cards right, and maybe we can go into the private eye business together as partners.
No, thanks. I only want to be your partner in all the other hours of your life.
Enjoy.
Yes, Renee and I saw Father Tony's press conference on the news last night. Renee was heartbroken.
Yes, and so were a lot of other people. He was loved and respected in this town.
And still is. We feel that something isn't quite right, but we're not sure what it is.
Meaning?
Meaning he has absolutely no inclination to fight for himself. He's not doing anything about getting legal help.
So we were wondering if you would perhaps assign one of your lawyers out of the goodness of your heart, or perhaps Renee's.
Renee, I'm sure, would like to do that. And it's fine by me, but first, I have a few questions for you two.
Sure, go ahead.
A couple of nights ago, I came home and found you two in the study. Then you made a quick exit.
Oh, you mean the night that you asked me to come over here with your prospectus you wanted?
Mm-hmm. According to Nigel, Gabrielle here arrived early to meet you. And she spent some time here alone.
Yes. Well, Asa, if that's what you're worried about, I was here early to meet Max. You see, I needed to meet up with him so he could let me back into our house. I stupidly locked myself out, and we don't keep a key outside under a rock or anything.
What were you doing in my desk?
Sorry?
In this drawer was a lot of money, stacked in very neat piles. After you two had left, the piles were not so neat. So obviously, someone was going through them.
What are you getting at, Asa? Max? What is he implying?
You know exactly what he's implying. So stop the innocent act and tell the man the truth for once. Okay. If you don't, I will. Asa, Gabrielle knows exactly what happened to that money, don't you?
Daddy.
Afternoon, darling. You're more lovely than ever.
You always say that.
Oh, I can't help it if your beauty grows daily.
Would you like menus, or are you just drinking?
I'll have some of your delicious clam chowder and a BLT.
Sounds good. I'll have the same, and I'd like a ginger ale, please.
And a glass of white wine, please.
Guess I should be used to it by now. The way people treat us, especially if they know the Buchanans.
Ah, yes, that cold, suspicious tone.
Daddy, why do you think the authorities haven't found Sarah yet?
Is that a real question, Charlotte?
Kind of odd, isn't it? I mean, the police, the FAB, they're all looking for her. They come so close, and then they just lose her again?
Yes, it's a big cat and mouse game, apparently.
And everyone still assumes that you're involved.
No, that's a tiresome theory. I'm sorry it affects you.
Well, it affects me in terms of the way people treat me, but it's not just people like Andy, but...
But what, Charlotte? Come on, say it. You've always been straightforward with me.
Daddy, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to get you angry. But can everybody be wrong? Or is it possible that maybe you know where Sarah is?
Let's be clear and honest, Charlotte. It's not Andy's opinion you're concerned with, or everybody, whomever they may be. It's Jake Harrison who's filling you with doubts about me. Correct?
Well, looks like you've sweated away about 5 pounds.
Yeah. I got a lot of tension for some reason.
Hey, Charlotte started that, not me.
Well, did you do a good job?
Yeah. She scared me after death, though. She marched up to me and told me that she knew what was going on. Had me in my scan.
Really? Well, she's gonna go have lunch with her dad. And the way I figure it, if she doesn't come up with something today, this whole thing's gonna be for nada.
What are you saying? This is our last chance to find Sarah?
No, I mean, I didn't mean it to sound...
Well, no, you're probably right. You're probably right. I mean, Bo hasn't been able to find her, so... I mean, I refuse to give up hope. The show must go on, yours and mine.
Hey, what did you lose my wedding band already?
No, I just didn't think it was appropriate for me to be wearing it right now.
Good thinking. Just remember, in our hearts, we'll always be married.
Yeah? I love you.
I love you.
Look, call me the minute you find out anything about Sarah.
Hopefully I will. You know, Charlotte is determined to find out something. It's just a matter of how smart she is when it comes to getting information out of her dad.
Okay. Guess I better tear myself away from you.
Guess you better.
Yeah.
Sheila's in with Vicky, so that's how come I came downstairs. Where have you guys been?
Well, I had to take her by the hand to go see Larry Wolek.
Oh, really?
Yes, really. Now, 2 doctors agree I have the flu.
Thank heavens it's only the flu. I mean, it could have been pneumonia.
Yeah. Well, Larry's going to give her a prescription. It's going to knock it out, I'm telling her. In the meantime, he said you should have plenty of fluids, all right? So what do you want, some apple juice? Maybe I'll get you some crackers, too.
Okay.
Can I get you anything, Renee?
No, thanks, Tom.
Okay.
Thanks.
I'll be right back.
Ooh, that must have been a close call.
Renee, you gotta do me a favor. Can you, call the clinic and make another appointment for me?
Darling, we can't make an appointment at the clinic until we know that you're completely over the flu.
Look, Larry says that I'm gonna be better in 5 to 7 days, so call and make an appointment for 5 days, and then if I can't make it, we'll call back and we'll reschedule.
No, Tina, I don't think that's a good idea.
Renee, I can't call when Cord is here, and he's here all the time.
No. You don't understand. I don't think that's a good idea because I think that you should be completely well before we make that appointment. I also think that you should take some time, which you haven't done, to really think about this decision.
Renee, I have no other choice.
You have a choice, Tina. You can tell Cord everything.
I cannot tell Cord I'm sorry. I'm frustrated with you. You've been wonderful. You're really supportive, and you're really wonderful.
I know, darling. I'm sorry. You're very anxious, and I got you all riled up. Maybe we should just drop it before Cord comes back.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Why aren't you lying down? What?
Tina wasn't kidding. You really are turning into a mom.
What's wrong? You know, I thought you women, you're supposed to appreciate it when a man is attentive and looking out after you. You're not supposed to be laughing in his face.
Renee, don't discourage him.
Of course. Absolutely. I am sorry. I mean, this man really does love you, Tina.
Yeah, that's right. And Asa really loves you. Us Buchanan men, we just look out after the women we love. How's my granddaddy doing?
Speaking of the sweetheart of the rodeo, I'm on the way to see him now. So I'll see you guys later.
Good.
Thank you, Renee.
Sure. Take care.
Bye-bye. Go ahead. Drink up. Get you back on that road to recovery.
Max, could I talk to you in private for a moment, please?
Don't worry. Asa will understand. Now, come on, sit down.
Don't you count on it.
Come on. You see, Asa, Gabrielle was very distraught that evening. She had just come from Father Vallone's office, where basically he confessed everything to her.
The embezzlement, you mean?
Yeah, and Gabrielle was wishing she could find $25,000 so she could give it to Tony so he could pay back Outlook House.
Oh. So you decided to rifle my desk on the off chance that I had a spare 25 grand lying around, money that I wouldn't miss.
No, please, Asa, let me finish. What I'm trying to say here is that Gabrielle acted on an impulse.
The drawer was open.
It was not.
I'm sorry, but it was. I was pacing back and forth. I was terribly distraught. I looked down, and yes, it was open a few inches, and I then pulled the drawer open, saw the money, and
And then she started counting the money, and then she realized what she was doing, so of course she put the money back.
After you caught her, you mean? You made her put the money back.
That isn't true, Asa. And even if I had taken the money, I had every intention of paying it back.
Oh, right. So according to you, that justifies the right to steal other people's money. Why the hell didn't you ask?
I don't know. I'm sorry. Tony was so helpful to me when we all thought that Max had died in the accident. I wanted to find a way to help him.
The bottom line is, Asa, she's come to her senses, and all your money is there, isn't it?
I thank you for telling the truth, Max. I will remember that. Because if you had let Gabrielle sit here and lie, I'd have called the police on both of you.
So, what do we do about this lawyer for the Padre?
I will make a call. Someone will go to the station house.
Great.
Stay here, Max. We have some business to attend to. Gabrielle, goodbye.
Asa, thank you for being so understanding about all this.
day, sir. Following me?
And thank you a whole hell of a lot.
I just did you a big favor. So shut up and be grateful.
I'm sorry I snapped at you, Charlotte. It seems to have ruined your lunch.
Daddy, I am too old to be so intimidated by you, and it makes me so angry at myself.
Charlotte, you don't seem to...
Just listen to me. You have your own life. You do whatever you want to do, whether it's legal or illegal. You've been married, you've had your children, and I hope you live a long and happy life.
What is your point, Charlotte?
Daddy, please don't use that tone of voice with me as if I were 9 years old and I want to go riding on my bike at night.
Sorry.
You just refuse to treat me like an adult.
This is Jake Harrison's influence again, isn't it?
But Daddy, it's not a bad influence. I too want to get married. I want to have a child. I want to raise a family. I want to have friends of my own, not just people in your business.
You've been able to do that. But not in this town.
Well, this town would be okay if you would just find Sarah Buchanan.
What?
Look, if it's true, you don't know where she is or why she's being held, why don't you just put out a contract to have her found? I mean, if anyone can do it, you can. You have the power, you have the resources.
Charlotte, I have told you at least 50 times. I am not involved, nor do I care to be involved.
Daddy, I'm asking you as a favor to me. For my sake, for your sake, for the Buchanans.
It's impossible. I have nothing to do with Sarah Buchanan. I want nothing to do with her. I've lost my appetite. I don't ever want to have this conversation again, Charlotte. I'm paying the bill.
September 10th, move S. S. River Street Warehouse. This must be Sarah.
I've calmed down. Would you care to stay longer?
No, thank you.
No. My date book. Oh, obviously fell out of my pocket.
I hadn't noticed. Eddie, I'm sorry we can't agree on these things.
Listen to me carefully, Charlotte. Things aren't always what they seem. This priest is a perfect case in point. Everyone in town thought this man was, practically a saint. Now they find out, appearances are deceiving. The same with me, Charlotte. What the town thinks and what is the truth are two different things altogether.
I got it here.
Hey, Larry, come on in. How you doing? Fine. Oh, listen, nothing's wrong, is it? No. Stop it. Don't panic. No. Tina said she wanted the prescription as soon as possible. I was driving my way out here. I thought I'd stop and deliver them.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be such an alarmist. Just with everything else going wrong around here.
Well, you're shocked, spooked. That's understandable, but besides the prescription, here's some samples so she can start taking the medication right away.
Oh, perfect. Thanks.
Is she here?
Actually, she just went down for a nap. Do you need to talk to her about something?
Cord, you said that you two were going to get married again, right?
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as Vicky's feeling better. What? What's that smile about? is what I've been suspecting true? Is she pregnant?
Well, I guess I can tell the father.
Oh, yes, I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah?
I knew it.
Now, the blood test indicated that she did have some secondary infection from the flu, but, the prescription there, that's all safe for pregnant women.
Good.
Yeah.
That's great. Did she ask you to do the check?
No. It's all part of the routine for people with her age, her symptoms, and so forth. It's all part of the blood
This
test.
is great news. This is great.
I'm assuming the teen will be happy, too, won't she?
Well, it's not the perfect time. Yeah, I mean, because we haven't gotten remarried yet, but no, we've been talking about having kids. In fact, she's going to be thrilled about this.
Okay, good. Well, I wish I could see Vicky, but I'll have to wait till later. You give her my love, will you?
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Hey,
Dad.
thank you.
All right.
Hey, thanks for the good
Tell
news.
Tina the same thing, okay?
I will.
All right.
Thanks. Tina, have I got some news for you?
Jake, you're still here.
Yeah, I went for a swim after I worked out. Done with lunch already?
Yeah, my father was very upset with me for questioning him. I mean, you have to understand that by questioning him, I am challenging our entire relationship, and of course he blames you for that.
Glad to hear it.
Well, it didn't win you any votes either.
So what are you saying? He didn't tell you anything? Is that it?
Well, he told me again that it had nothing to do with Sarah's kidnapping, and he also told me that he wants nothing to do with helping to get her back.
So we've gotten nowhere. We're back to square one, right?
No, that's not true. We've gotten a little farther than that. Because I found out something. Jake.
What?
Tell me again that you care about me and that I can trust you, okay?
Charlotte, what is it?
My father's really angry. And he got up to pay the check and he dropped his date book. And I picked it up and I started looking through it. And I saw that there were certain dates marked with the initial S.
Really?
Yeah. Move S or check on S. And then the last one, it was just a few days ago, and it said S River Street Warehouse.
There's a River Street here in Landview, Charlotte. There's a warehouse there.
Jake, what am I gonna do?
I don't know. Listen, I've got to get going, Charlotte. I've got to go now, okay? Hey, listen, I'm sorry you found out about your dad this way, really, I am.
I believed him. I mean, you know how I believed him. And if all this is true, then everything I ever heard about him my whole life is probably true. Jake.
You'll be okay.
You'll stand by me, won't you? I mean, you're not walking out on me, too.
I won't. How did you leave things with your father?
Well, he knew I was upset with him.
Okay, well, don't have any more contact with him, okay? Not until you hear from me.
You're going to the warehouse?
I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'll tell you what. Do not say anything to him. You have to promise me you won't just confess to him that you read this notebook, okay? It's important.
It's the last thing I'm going to do.
Okay. You go back to your hotel room. You keep yourself there until you hear from me, okay? I'm going to call you.
Okay. You be careful, okay? Because if anything happens to you...
Lighten up, Charlotte. I'm going to be okay.
Okay.
You did a great job, sweetheart.
I feel better already.
All right, get going. Talk to you later. Megan, it's me.
Hi.
Listen, Charlotte came back with some information. I'm coming right over.
Okay, well, what should I do?
Don't do it. Stay right there. I'll tell you what, call Asa. Don't let on that anything's happening, okay? And see if you can find out how to get a hold of Bo, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'll be right over.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, hang on, Sarah. Here we come.
I'm not gonna wake you up now, girl. We got the rest of our lives to be excited by this news.
Another vodka, please, Andy.
May I ask you what you think all this drinking's gonna do?
Put more money in your till.
Besides that.
Look, Andy, I'm trying to run away from reality a little bit here. If you're not going to serve me another drink, I'll just go find another place to hang out. How's that?
Fine, at least here I can keep an eye on you. But say, do you remember anything about last night? Do you remember how you got home?
Andy, I don't know.
Good.
Tony. I was down at the station. They told me that you've been released on your own recognizance. They also told me that Ace has sent a lawyer, but you turned him down.
That's right. I plan to throw myself on the mercy of the courts, and that's not going to cost anything from some high-priced legal talent, right?
Tony, why are you doing this?
Why am I doing what exactly?
Well, I know part of the reason why you're doing it. Obviously, you're trying to save my marriage.
Quite a marriage it is, that relationship of yours. Andy, may I have another vodka, please?
How many of these have you had?
Oh, too many. Smell his breath.
What's this all about? Why don't you use the lawyer, for God's sakes? Temporary insanity, that's what it was when I did it. An insane moment.
You're lying. You see, you thought you'd have forever to pay it back. And now you think you have forever to keep it a secret, but you don't.
Tony, I can't bear what this is doing to you.
Well, then do something about it.
You know, I didn't tell you to get up there and tell everyone that you took the money. There were other options.
Like what?
Well, none of them included you losing your career or facing jail or drinking yourself to death.
So, do something about it.
What is going on with you? Is this another test of my soul? Is Gabrielle meant to resurrect her good side?
You'd obviously fail that test.
Tony,
Fine.
Oh, bravo. Congratulations. You've obviously managed to reach oblivion faster than last night.
I gotta lie down.
Why don't you just take a rest upstairs, all right?
Well, I'll help him get...
I'll be fine. You get away from me.
Come on, come on. Just take it slow.
I'm fine, thanks.
Where's the padre going?
He's drunk out of his mind, so Andy's gonna give him a place to lie down. He refused to use Ace's lawyer. And you know what? I really hate you, Max Holden.
Thank you, Mrs. Holden. But you know, it worked out great. Asa now has a new respect, a new trust of me that will hold me in good stead in the long run.
Great. And in the process, you made me look like a fool, a liar, and possibly a thief.
Did I tell you to put your hand in the cookie jar? Is it my fault that you think Ace is stupid? That he wouldn't recognize that his own desk was rifled? And the money was in disarray, and that he would forget that we were there in his office?
You know, he has a whole house full of servants. We could have just denied knowledge.
You know, that's what really bugs me about you. You think you can lie about anything to anyone and get away with it. You even think you can lie to me and get away with it, don't you?
Max, stop this.
Oh, come on, let's have the tears. Come on, don't disappoint me. Get your act together. And don't you dare jeopardize my plan. Now, I'm gonna have my revenge on Asa for what he did to my father by stealing the oil rights that's rightfully ours. And you better stay out of the way, okay?
Oh, my
good. You're a genius. Charlotte finally came through. All right, we're going to find Sarah again.
Maybe. Megan, it all depends. This might be what we need, but this might be another dead end. I have to go look around.
Look around where?
Landview.
Landview? Sarah's in Landview? Well, does Rafe know?
No, I can't.
Did you call him?
I can't tell Rafe.
Why not?
Because I think that Carlo could possibly have somebody planted in the police department here in Landview.
All right, then call the FAB.
No, I don't want to do that either. You could have somebody there, too, for all we know. I mean, look at every time Bo has gotten close, and twice now, he's been within an inch of finding Sarah, and something has happened. I don't want that to happen again.
So what are we going to do?
We aren't going to do anything. You are going to sit here and wait and see if Bo gives you a call. If he does, you tell him to get back to Landview as soon as possible.
No, I'm going with you.
No,
She's
you
my
are
sister,
not going
Jake.
with me. We cannot be seen together, especially with Charlotte around.
You can't go alone. Who are you going to go with?
If Bo gets here in time, I'll go with him. That'll be great. If not, I'll call up Lucky. We can handle this. Trust me.
All right. Well, I love you.
I love you, too.